And we are live. Welcome, many, welcome all, welcome to a Brothers Perspective. My name's David Ware here, my brother Brian Ware.
Yo,
And we're gonna get into it, man. That finals Jew dropped. That other big domino out there, it dropped, man. Jalen Brown, officially a Philadelphia 76er. Jalen Brown gets traded for Paul George, a couple first round picks, and a couple second round picks. What you think about it, bro?
I mean, like we said the other day, the writing was on the wall after they couldn't trade him with Giannis. That was about the third time they tried to trade him. So yeah, you can't bring a guy like that back after all those attempts. Like, it's clear you don't want him. It's clear he didn't want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think with the haul they got, it was obvious they were just trying to get him out of there. I mean, Paul George, he had some flashes in the playoffs last year, but he's well past his prime. Um, as far as the picks go, you never know. But I think it's a fresh start for both sides. Um, I don't think Jalen gets to be the number one like he always wanted to be, and it's clearly Tatum's team on Boston's side. So it's a fresh reset. I don't think either team's gonna win next year, but it's a fresh reset, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think it's absolute fleecing. To be honest, I mean, I think Boston really just like it's. I mean, it's self inflicted, right? You did need to get rid of him. I agree with that because he had made it. He did everything but outright demand a trade. Um, by going on his Twitch stream, saying things he said continually. Um, other comments he made on Twitter, I believe, when he was, just retweeting stuff where people were talking about how it should have been his team and all these types of things. He was making it very clear he wanted to get out of there. And they gave him what he wanted, but I think they gave too much. I mean, like you just said, Paul George is well past his prime. I think that's putting it, politely. Um, but the burden falls on Tatum. The burden falls squarely on Tatum's shoulders. I guess they're looking at it like he'll be fully healthy next year, and he'll be back to the guy he was 3 years ago. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know if I would have done that if I was Boston. I understand that you had to get Jalen Brown out of there, but it seemed like because first it was being stated that VJ Edgecombe they were putting him in the trade talk, like he was a part of the trade initially, and Philly wasn't going for it. I think once Philly didn't go for that, it was time to call another team. Like if they could have got Edgecombe in the trade, then I think it'd been. I'd say they won the trade. To be honest, you get a guy who just came off a great rookie season, um, a guy that probably could be a future star in the league. But a guy that I think wouldn't mind, being the second fiddle at the same time. I might even have said they won that trade, but you get the remains of Paul George, some picks. I mean, you gotta hope those picks turn out to be all NBA level talent because that's what Jalen Brown is. For all the knocks of how he carries himself, which I mean, it's not really knocks. It's just he's outspoken. I mean, that's not really smiled upon in today's NBA. The outspoken star that really says what he feels. That's not the thing to be anymore. But that's what he is.
I mean, I got a high bar for that. Like, I try to be a little political, a little uh, smarty artsy in my own right. And
Hmm.
I mean, to be fair, he kind of said it himself. Like, the bar is low as fuck. Like, it's not exactly a bunch of boy geniuses walking around the NBA. So I think that's a
Exactly.
bit overblown, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say here, just like you said, I'm not gonna sit here and say he's a genius by any means, by any stretch. It's just he says what he thinks. He's not. It's not all his
He's not
answers
corporate. He
aren't.
isn't full corporate.
Yeah, exactly. All his answers aren't complete media trained, and he's not a PR's wet dream. He's gonna say some things that I mean, it's kind of like it's similar to Ant in that way. Like Ant is gonna say some things where I'm sure the media team's like, shit, how are we gonna spin this? But it's authentic at least. I think fans can appreciate that. Fans can appreciate when a guy comes out there and says something that's on their heart rather than something that sounds like it came off a teleprompter. And I think with I mean, but just like you're saying, he's not gonna. I think the ball's still gonna be in Max's hands in Philly. I don't think Philly just hands him the keys. So that's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, I
If
feel like
that
they're gonna
even
have
works.
to. It's gonna be the same shit all over again.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if that if it even works out. Like, because I don't know how many years was left on his deal, in Boston. So I don't know how long he has to be in Philly. I mean, he might be raising a stink by the end of next year because he wants to be the guy somewhere. And like I said, a few pods back, if he really wants to be the guy that bad, there's this place called Sacramento, bro. There's a place called Brooklyn. There's places you can go and be that guy, but you're not gonna be on a contender initially, at least. And I think he's just gonna have to accept that fact. Like, I guess this year, he can prove me wrong. Maybe he can be the guy that he is in his mind. Maybe he can prove it on court, but I think he's a Robin at best. I don't think he's a Batman. I don't think he's that guy that can spearhead a team to the championship. I think he can get a team as far as he got Boston last year to the playoffs. And I mean maybe second round, but I don't see any further than that.
I'd have to concur. Speaking again to the second round and no further, the LA Lakers. There's been a lot of talk on social media talking about snow time, Minneapolis. There's a lot of white boys, and they got a big white boy out of Utah, Walker Kessler.
When
Finally
got
got a
Walker
center.
Kessler.
Traded away Ayton, traded away pretty much everybody, honestly, at this point, except Luka and Reeves. How you feel about the new white boys out in LA?
Snow time's hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. Twitter's undefeated. But I mean, I don't see it. Like you just said, second round at best, man. I mean, we saw what Austin Reeves was in the playoffs, right? He was out there looking like completely out of wits, completely looking like he was completely, just out of his game, perplexed. Walker Kessler, I've not really ever seen bro play. I mean, he's normally hurt. I don't know much about his game. I'm not familiar with his game at all. You do have Luca, so you do have a shot. Like Luca comes back healthy. You know what I'm saying? His mind right. He's got a lot going on off court. We ain't got to really get into that, but he comes back with his mind right, focused. You got a snowball's chance in hell. No pun intended, but it's I don't know, man. I just don't see. Obviously, you don't have the athleticism. Are you gonna bring Dalton Connect off the bench? Like, who's your four? What's your starting lineup? Is your starting lineup Luca, Reeves, Dalton Connect?
I mean, they
Um,
got your boy out of Pebblebrook,
they went and got Colin
Collins
Sexton,
second.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, is he a starter in the NBA though? I mean, to me, he's like a seventh guy. He's a backup point
That
at
3 and 4
best.
spot is real nasty because Austin's kind of undersized to be either one of those.
Yeah, I mean, Austin's a two. He's truly a two. I mean, that's why I say you bring Dalton Connect off the bench. You got to, or bring him up from the G League, wherever he's at. I didn't understand why he didn't get more burn last year. Dalton Connect is a solid player. He put some numbers up when he was out there when he was given the chance. So I just does this team compete in the West? Absolutely not. Not from what I see. I mean, absolutely not. Now I'm not gonna knock them for getting rid of the Aiden. I mean, to me, Aiden he's damn near a bust. He's a number one pick. I don't. He's like Kwame Brown esque to me. To be honest, it's like he's never. Has he been an All Star at least? Has he at least been that? I know he's never been All NBA. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
that
not.
one finals run in Phoenix. That's pretty much it.
And even with that, I mean, that was Devin Booker shouldering that low. Chris Paul, like, I mean, I don't know. He's been so underwhelming that I guess you can't put bust on him because, yeah, they did make it to the finals. He did contribute, but I mean, what's he average? Like 14 and 8, something like that? I don't know. I don't know. I just can't ever get behind the extremely finesse big man. I mean, he's just extremely finesse. There's no power to his game. There's no oomph to it. It's all finger rolls and layups and just fadeaways. And He's a five that plays like a four, and I can't really put any stock in that. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, this is the guy that Luca wanted, right? Luca wanted, a lob threat. He wanted a guy that he can stretch the floor, from what I understand. I'm just not really seeing him play. I know he was in Chicago, right, before he was in Utah.
I don't
Um,
even know. I feel like, I mean, the fact he never made a USA team as bad as they need a center is question mark. But like you said, he does get hurt a lot.
is he American?
Um, yeah,
Okay.
but
Kessler. I don't know. I didn't know. Maybe he was Swedish or something.
no, he's from the States. But it's really the West. I mean, maybe in the East, this team is a 6 seed, 7 seed, but in the West, it's gonna be a play-in, I think, unless Luka just goes out of his mind. But
And he very
yeah,
well might, right? But I mean, if Luca goes out of his mind, I just feel like that's less for everybody else because Luca going out of his mind, he's not going to be playmaking. He's going to be coming down, dribbling the ball for, 14, 15, 18 seconds and then shooting a step back three. If that three's going, then they got action. If it's not, then they're a playing team, like you said. So I don't love it. And I just don't think they're going to be able to compete with what's going on in the West, man. I don't think this was, that missing piece that they needed by any means. I really couldn't believe. I was shocked when they gave Austin Reeves the money they gave him after his performance in the playoffs. I guess they feel like Luca likes him there, and they're trying to appease Luca as much as they can, clearly, because it's the only sense I can make of them making that deal.
speaking of making deals, man, the God himself, the king of the league, the chosen one, he's finally out of LA for sure. Rich Paul, he went on Max's their little podcast, Mind the Game or whatever. No, it was Game Over, Game Over, with Max and Rich, and he pulled out the whiteboard, man. There's about 5 teams out there that really have a shot. We're looking at Minnesota, looking at Dallas, surprisingly. Maybe that's just out there. Cleveland, of course, and the 76ers. Those are the top 4 teams looking to get Bron. How do you feel about the GOAT as he enters into his twilight years?
I mean, the only one that immediately screams finals contender out of those 4 is Philly. Um, would I like to see him out there with Ant and LaMelo? I mean, it would be fun to see, him and Ant. That would be cool to see. I'm an Ant fan, so that's a bit of fandom. That's a bit of my fandom talking. I don't think that makes them a true threat to win anything. I still really don't like that move they made to get LaMelo. Um, and then Dallas, that's just random. I mean, I don't even understand why that would be an option. And then with Cleveland, I mean, like I've been saying, at least you're in the East, so you got an easier walk. I mean, the East did get a little tougher. Giannis went back East, Kawhi went back East, and obviously Jaylen Brown being in Philly makes the East a little tougher road. But all the pieces are there in Cleveland, right? I mean, you got to make sure James Harden's going to stay out of jail, and Donovan Mitchell could be the third option, which is probably best for him. Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. I mean, that's the you put LeBron at the 3 with that starting 5. It sounds like the toughest starting 5, right? When it comes to Philly, Joel Embiid. I mean, there's the Joel Embiid question. Is Joel Embiid going to be healthy come playoff time? I mean, is
Fuck
Joel
no,
is
baby.
say what?
I said, fuck no, baby.
Yeah, I mean, Joel's is he's on one leg. I mean, he's just on one leg. We saw it in the playoffs. We've seen it, since he came back from his most recent major injury. He can't get off the ground. So, um, I just I don't know, man. It looks like LeBron's gonna, do what he probably never wanted to do, and that's fade away. Like he's just gonna fade off. It's not gonna be that.
That's why. That's why I feel like Cleveland has to be the only option. Like he's got a camera crew following him around. He's trying to do his last dance propaganda, like a MJ. Go home to Cleveland. It's a storybook ending. You can bring Bronny back, get the whole family. They can have a fucking charity match in Akron, whatever.
Brady, who just got waived by the Lakers, by the way.
Yeah, like you got to do this the storybook way. You're probably not going to chip no matter where you go. The storybook ending is your only play here. Like I said, with the camera crew, you want the Last Dance vibe. Maybe just try to get acclimated in Cleveland again this year. Then maybe go for a push in your final year 25. Bring it back home.
So you see two more years.
You gotta get 25 years, man. You gotta get a quarter century.
I mean, at 24, no one's ever done that, right?
But 25, just like quarter century, like this is a cynical play. This is propaganda. This is
25 is different than 24. I ain't gonna lie.
It's way different. And yeah, you can re-release it 25 years from now. Like it all fits. It all fits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, last 2 years at home. And yeah, maybe get a chip. But if he does get a chip, it's going to be in year 2. No matter where he goes this year, nobody's winning.
I was
just goes
surprised.
full ring chase mode. Goes like to the Spurs, it's to Denver or something like that.
And that's exactly what I was about to say. I was really shocked that the Spurs weren't on that board. I guess it doesn't want to be that obvious of a ring chase to where he goes with the guys that just lost it. And then I also saw what Rich Paul had said, had the Knicks lost, there would be no board. He would definitely have went to the Knicks. So that lets you know that
story again. That's the biggest market. That would have been the biggest. That would have been the perfect story. That they were missing that one piece in the biggest market, and the king had to go reclaim his crown in the Big Apple. This and that guy basketball, but they won, so it doesn't work anymore. So now you got to go with the hometown play. This is all. This is all propaganda, man. This is all storybook. This is all production.
It's definitely cinema. I mean, it's all about what's it called? Spring Hill, his production company. It's all about giving Spring Hill their next big, movie script at the end of the day. This time it's gonna be a documentary, clearly. But yeah, man. I mean, if you're trying to win, it's either Cleveland or Philly if you're trying to win. And then that's the other thing. You go to Philly, now Jaylen Brown's got to know it ain't his team. Like, it's just...
Yeah, this Philly would be a disaster.
I can't see it
Dallas and Philly.
I can't see it working the more I think about it. Like, it doesn't work at all. I think Denver, as much as I would love to see him and Joker play together, I just don't think it's enough. I don't think Aaron Gordon's ever going to be back to 100%, as much as I hate to say that. Once you get, you've been a high flyer your whole career, you're starting to have leg injuries. It's just, those compound. It's just, I can't see him getting back to that level that they need him to get to. I'm actually surprised Jamal Murray hasn't been in any trade talks over the summer. I guess Joker came in there and stomped on the table for him and said, he wants him there. But yeah, man, I mean, as far as Bron making his next move, it's starting to look like Cleveland is the only answer because for all the reasons you just named, man, it's the cinematic play, it's the legacy play, it's the team that hasn't won, it's all these things. And I think he will come in there and move some pieces around. I don't think James Harden will remain on that team if he makes his way to Cleveland. I think Harden.
Yeah, next summer it's gonna be a clean house.
Well, I wouldn't say clean house. I would just say Harden will be traded.
That's gonna be the push. Like that 25th year he's gonna go all in. That's gonna be his all in year.
Even then, I think the only move that really needs to be made is James Harden. I think Donovan Mitchell as the second or third guy works. I think, Mobley as your fourth guy definitely works. And Jared Allen as your fifth guy, I mean, I think that works. I think everything fits except James Harden. I don't see James Harden and LeBron playing well off each other at all. I can't see that happening. Neither guy really wants to sit in the chair and play defense at this point in their career. I mean, Harden never really sat in the chair and played defense, but LeBron doesn't really want to do that anymore. And then Harden just sitting out there dribbling the ball for 20 seconds. LeBron's not going for that. You know what I'm saying? He's barely going for that when it was Luka doing it. So he's definitely not going to do that with aging James Harden. Because Harden's, like 34? Something like that. And then
year 18. Going into year 18.
Yeah. So Donovan Mitchell. I mean, he just showed it.
That'd be perfect. That'd be like Kyrie 2.0.
No, I'm definitely not saying that. I can't say I can't put Donovan Mitchell on Kyrie's level at this point, man. Not the way he faded in the playoffs. Like he ran away from the ball. Like he ran away from the ball in those games against the Knicks. Um, but I think that LeBron could empower him. I mean, LeBron could definitely empower him and get him back to the level he was at least with Utah, where he was taking games over and putting up 40s and 50s. So I think that would be the best play for sure. Um, in other news, as we're about to wrap up here, Jalen Green. Jalen Green is on the hook for 150,000 a month in child support because Drea has decided to call it quits with him. Got pregnant by him. It was already a lot of controversy around the relationship. Her being in her late 30s, him being in his early 20s. She gets pregnant, decides to keep the kid, and now is deciding to break off their relationship. What does this say about players in the league, and what does this say about relationships in the league that these players should be looking out for?
Um, I think they're clearly goes to show how idiotic most of them are. How they were lucky to be hit the genetic lottery and be good at basketball, because anything else in life probably wouldn't ever hand out if these are decisions you're making. Drea, me, I'm all about female empowerment, female equality. If you can get if you can get somebody dumb on the hook for hundreds of thousands of dollars, take it
18
every
years.
time.
18 years. On the 18th birthday, he found out it wasn't his. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I can't knock her hustle, I guess. I mean, I couldn't believe it what dude got with her. It's like this is not her first time doing this. This is what she does. You know what I'm saying? She's almost like old girl that Dion brought out there to Colorado to break it down and let dudes know like this is what they're doing. Like
Yeah.
it's not love.
I don't see how ignorance can possibly be an excuse at this point. It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah, it gets crazy out here, man. But okay, 150,000. Like I understand that it's based off what he's making, but is this number outrageous? Like, what kid needs
No.
$150,000 a month? Because it's
Kid of
supposed to
an
be
NBA player
child
making
support,
hundreds of
right?
millions. Like, it's all relative.
I
If he
mean, it's
was a
supposed to
regular
be
dude, it'd probably be
child
like
support.
10,000 or 15,000. So yeah, 150,000. If anything, that might be undercount, low key.
Okay, but it's child support. It's not X support. Like nothing in this world that's gonna make me think that yeah, she's spending that money on the kids. She's spending that money on her nails. Spending that money on Chanel bags. She's spending that money on Birkins. You know what I'm saying? Like that kid's probably gonna see like 5,000 of that a month at the end of the month. Like if that. Kid's gonna see nothing. So especially when the kid's like a baby, like I just think like it's nasty word. um, that he put a kid in her and thought got his head blown up and thought that it was gonna be happily ever after and blah blah blah. Like the fact that he went for that is crazy. Like that's crazy that he went for that. But
He went for that, and then he cheated on top of it. Like, it made it a cut and dry case. Like, he didn't even try to maintain a relationship. Like, it's just,
see that part I didn't
it's
know.
all on him, man. Like, I have no sympathy at all whatsoever.
Yeah, the
And people try to
the
say if the roles were reversed because of how young he was, but we all know men and women are treated differently. Everybody knows this. So I don't really, it's not, it is what it is.
yeah, the cheating part's crazy. Just get out of there. Just get out of there, gang. Break it off. Like break it off before you put a kid in her. Holy shit, strap up at least. Um, man, anything else to say to the people before we get out of here?
Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to all the gamers, especially. We do this on PlayStation in the party chat. PlayStation decided to stop making games. Come 2028, they're gonna cut all this stuff off as far as CDs go. So it's gonna be kind of hard for the mom and pop stops, the retailers, people who try to get it secondhand when they're cheaper. It's gonna be a lot of squeeze on y'all. So everybody just try to stay solid out there, man. The economy's nasty. These corporations are greedy as fuck. And yeah, just keep your head up. Everybody just keep their head up.
American greed, man. American greed. And with that, my name's David Ware. I'm here with my brother Brian Ware,
Yo.
and this is a brother's perspective.